This month it's looking like we've got a couple bigger titles, especially in the horror area, and a lot of really interesting smaller titles. So many I can't include them all on this list, but I'll add a list of other notable mentions at the end of this video. But first up we have Duchy, which is being released on May 5th, developed by Sleepy Mill Studio and published by the Arcade Crew. This is coming to Windows, and Duchy is looking like a somewhat novel game. It looks like you can create a map using Tetris game mechanics and then build an army on the map. And then there's also a deck building element which applies special effects, so it's also a roguelike. So it's a Tetris-inspired deck building tactical roguelike, which is a mouthful, but it's got a slick interface and I think it could be a good new title, especially for those who like games with a board gamey feel. Next up we have Captain Blood, coming out on May 6th. This is developed by Aquila and Seawolf and published by Sneg or SNEG, coming for the Switch, PS4 and 5, Xbox One, Series X, S, Windows, and Mac. Captain Blood is one of those rare cases where a game is already retro on release, despite that not being the intention of the developers. Captain Blood was actually announced in 2003 to be released on the original Xbox. However, due to slow development and legal issues, they never released the game. But we've all been waiting patiently, and somehow now, more than 20 years after being announced, they are finally ready to release the game for real. Captain Blood is a pirate beat-em-up adventure game with some platforming elements which remind me of the Prince of Persia games, and it's based on a book series by the same name. Number 3, we have The Midnight Walk, which is coming out on May 8th. Developed by Moon Hood, published by Fast Travel Games. This is coming to PS5 and Windows. The Midnight Walk looks like a neat claymation game. Seems we've had a lot of claymation games releasing lately. Maybe there's been some kind of new technology which makes the style more doable? Anyway, The Midnight Walk is an adventure horror game with some light action and a Tim Burton-y style. It's also going to be playable on VR if you have the tech, but you can still play it on classic screens as well. Next up, we've got Doom: The Dark Ages coming on May 15th, developed by id Software, published by Bethesda Softworks, and it's coming to PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Windows. And the new Doom game is here. This is a prequel to the last two games and looks like it has more of a high fantasy kind of look to it, while still definitely being a Doom game and having a lot of sci-fi elements as well. We'll have the classic frantic Zen combat Doom is famous for. No doubt, this will be a great addition to the franchise. Number 5, we have Zombie Army VR, coming out on May 22nd, developed by XR Games and published by Rebellion. This is coming to the PSVR 2 and MetaQuest 2, 3, and Pro. Zombie Army VR is looking like a good new zombie game coming to VR. This is a part of the Zombie Army franchise, and this game was built from the ground up with VR in mind. I'm sure Arizona Sunshine fans have room for another good zombie game. This one is looking more gothic army themed, like Resident Evil, with battles taking place in kind of gothic graveyards and war trenches from World War II, I suppose. Apparently, Zombie Hitler is a character in this franchise. Last up, we have Lost Soul Aside, coming out on May 30th, developed by Alt-Zero Games, published by Sony Interactive Entertainment, and this is coming to the PS5 and Windows. Lost Soul Aside looks like a cool new action game from Sony. It's got that Final Fantasy look, and the combat will be kind of Bayonetta-esque, Final Fantasy 16 type. It's a new IP, so I have no idea what the story is about, but it looks like it will have really good graphics and an epic fantasy sci-fi story, which is something I'm always down for. Other notable titles that are coming out this month will be Shotgun Copman, Beyond Memories, Tales of the Heart, Spreadsheet, Deck of Haunts, Revenge of the Savage Planet, Dino Path Trail, Deedle-Dee-Doo, Carcore, Project Mist, and Nice Day for Fishing. Did I miss your favorite game that's coming out in May? Let me know down in the comments.